Governor.
All right.
How are you?
So what brings you out here today, Governor?
Excuse me?
What brings you out here today, Governor?
Well, I have come to the Towers many times and come to Saratoga, but coming as governor is even a greater privilege because the racing industry is one of our most important and historic industries here.
Ryan with WRBL in Syracuse. What do you say to the tribes in respect to the taxes that could go into effect on Monday that is an affront to their sovereignty?
It's not an affront to their sovereignty because we're not doing anything on their sovereign land. We're doing something on our land, which is that we're going to have the taxes paid on the cigarettes before they're sold, so that the stamping agents are going to be compelled to pay the taxes up front, and that will prevent them from going on the reservations, the Indian Nation land, and selling tax-free cigarettes. Is an unfair competitive advantage that they have over the small businesses of New York who are trying to earn a living just as they are.
Are you planning to meet with tribal leaders this week to diffuse tension?
If at any point they would like to meet with me, I'm available. But I'm not going to change the deadline from September 1st. It was voted on by the legislature and signed into law, and it is our right to do this as New Yorkers to try to protect our businesses that are suffering from an unfair competitive advantage.
What do you say?
Can you just comment on the special investigation which has concluded your testimony about plans to pay for the World Series tickets last year, which was inaccurate and misleading? Can you just comment on that, please, Governor?
It's an ongoing investigation, and I can't comment on it.
Only a couple more questions.
Do you plan on talking to David Soares this week, Governor Paterson?
I cannot talk about the investigation.
Last question.
What do you say to New Yorkers that are rooting for the tribes to be able to continue to sell cigarettes tax-free?
Well, what I would say to them is that it's one of the reasons that so many small businesses have been unable to run, and it's not fair to them. So as New Yorkers, I would think that they would respect their neighbors who are trying to run businesses. One of the reasons, not the major reason, but one of the reasons that the upstate economy is in such dire straits is because the businesses have not been able to compete freely, not just in the sale of cigarettes, but also the sale of gasoline.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Huh? What?
Yes, last question right here.
Did you pay for your tickets today?
Yes.
What about the economy of Saratoga and the tracks and racing in the state? Do you have any comments to say? I don't know what Saratoga is.
Say that again?
What about any comments about Saratoga and the track, the importance of racing to the state, future of racing?
Well, it's an historic industry. New York is really the capital of the thoroughbred racing industry. Saratoga is really the crown jewel of our racing franchise, and as demonstrated by the wonderful attendance here today, people continue to support racing, and we will continue to try to support racing as a government as well.
Thank you very much.
Are you betting any horses today? Are you betting, Governor?